I had somebody ask me this the other day, and actually it's going to be a video that's going to go out in about an hour. They said, well, I'm doing the work. I'm knocking on the doors. I'm having open houses. I'm having conversations. I have a solid morning routine. I'm tracking my behaviors in C2, but I haven't seen any of the results, or I'm in a lull in my business. If that's you and that speaks to you, here's what I want you guys to do is I want you to analyze every single part of your communication with a consumer right now. I want you to ask yourself, how well am I building rapport? How well am I overcoming objections? How well do I discuss the market, the nuances, the patterns, and the reality of what's actually happening in the market? And how well am I asking for an appointment and moving people through the funnel? Because oftentimes we do really good at opening up and having really good conversations. We're having this dialogue. Well, okay, great. It was nice to meet you. But like, we don't actually ask for the appointment. So 2 ways that you guys can improve this. First off, make your phone calls. I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people to hear. Make your phone calls through your CRM. And why do you do that? So you can record those conversations, and then you could go back every single week and start to listen to tape and be like, do I say so 17 times throughout this presentation? Are my ums and ahs killing me? Did I even ask for an appointment after having an 8-minute conversation with Tom? Did I even ask for an appointment? Well, no, I probably could have got one. You guys will hear so much in the way that you communicate by literally listening to tape. Part 2, go in your next consultation that you do with a consumer. Be like, wonderful, Esmeralda, I'm so glad that we're able to connect. I'm looking forward to this. I wanted to ask you, Esmeralda, is it cool if I record this presentation today? That way I could send it to you as a reference point. Well, yeah, sure. Wonderful. Now I'm going to send that to the consumer once we're done, because we did this via Zoom. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit there, I'm going to have my coffee, and I'm going to press play, and I'm going to watch my own presentation. How well am I explaining things? So what I want you guys to do is, if you're struggling right now, if you're a brand new agent, up and comer, or if you're a top producer and you have a lull in your business, unpack all of your communication. Ask yourself, how well am I actually doing? Because what you'll find is that it's usually something you are not saying or something that you are saying, but it will help you refine that entire process, and it'll help you get better. You guys, that alone in itself, listening to your, how many people cringe when they listen to their own voice? Please raise your hand if you cringe a little bit listening to your own phone calls, right? How many people have heard a phone call that they made and they're like, oh my God, did I just say that? Has anybody ever done that before? Right? And then like you kick yourself and you're like, what? Why would I say that in that moment? How many of you have had dope conversations with a consumer and didn't ask for an actual appointment? You know what, Andrew? That's why we should meet. You know what? I've loved having a conversation. I want to take this to the next step. That's why we should meet. So you guys, it is a powerful, promise you, powerful reflection inward. You got to be open with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and you got to be humble enough to say, okay, there's some good opportunities for me to improve. I promise that. Because if you're doing all the activities and you're hustling, and something's not coming about, then you just refine your communication skills. You refine your closing skills. You'll find like, damn, I can get a lot better. A lot better. That's why football players and that's why boxers watch tape. They watch tape every single week. They're in there. They're watching tape. Like, damn, coach got us in here again watching tape. Yeah, you need to listen, because watch. You missed the block when you could have moved 2 steps over. You would have had the block and we would have scored. Watch this tape and look for patterns for you to get better. That's why athletes watch tape.